Hi students. In this video I am going to discuss about some more concepts from the chapter circuits. Already I made one video on the circuits concepts. This is the second video, continuation of that video. So suppose this is a circle. P is the point. P is the point lies outside of the circle. From external point to the circle, we will get two tangents. This meets the circle at the points A and B. These are called the points of contact, A and B. Let us take the slope of one tangent is m1 and the slope of the second tangent is m2. This point is x1 comma y1. So from external point Px1 y1, two tangents are drawn having the slopes m1 and m2. Then we have some relations are there. Sum of the slopes is 2x1 y1 by x1 square minus r square. Let us take circle equation is some x square plus y square equal to r square. Whatever it may be, either center at 0 or center at not at 0, whatever it may be, sum of the slopes is 2x1 y1 by x1 square minus r square. It is depending upon the coordinates of the point and the radius. It is not depending upon the center of the circle. So this is one formula, and the product of these slopes is y1 square minus r square by x1 square minus r square. These are the two relations. I will get these two relations. So whenever if a tangent is drawn from the point, I will get this tangent equation. We have to take it in slope form. Y is equal to mx plus r into root of 1 plus n square. This is whenever finding the tangent drawn from the point, you can take this form. And these tangents are drawn from the point x1 y1 means substituting y1 minus mx1 is equals to r into root of 1 plus n square. After squaring on both sides, we will get a quadratic equation in m. Quadratic equation in m is obtained. Then those roots are m1 and m2. Slopes of these two tangents. After that, we have to take the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. This is if you don't know, if you forget the formulas, then try to derive the these formulas by taking like this. Like that, if theta is the angle between the tangents, then we have tan theta by 2 is equals to r by root s11. This is a formula for finding the angle between the tangents. R is the radius of the circle. Root s11 is already we know notation. Root of x1 square plus y1 square, like that. So I will get this formula. This is actually point is external point. This is the radius. This is the length of the tangent. Length of the tangent is root s11. This is C, P and C. So first you have to find this angle. This total angle is theta, then this angle is a theta by 2. Because of these are the tangents, then the line through the center always angular bisector between the tangents. So total angle is a theta, then it becomes theta by 2, theta by 2. So this is one right angle triangle. From this triangle, tan theta by 2 is equals to r, opposite side by adjacent side, r by root s11. So this is a formula for finding the angle between the tangents. If theta is the angle between the tangents, then tan theta by 2 equal to r by root s11. And this is the chord of contact. What is meant by chord of contact? The line joining the points of contact is called the chord of contact. So here we have one triangle. This is a triangle formed by the pair of tangents and the chord of contact. Then if you want area of this triangle, formed by pair of tangents and chord of contact of Px1 comma y1 with respect to the circle s is equal to 0 is, so direct formula that area of the triangle is r into s11 whole power 3 by 2 by r square plus s11. So if you want proof, what is the required area of the triangle? already this length you know, this is the root S11, this is also root S11, this is the AB chord, and angle theta we know, that is tan theta by 2 equal to R by root S1. So here we know two sides and included angle. In this case, how to find the area of the triangle? From the properties of triangles, what is the area? Half into root S11 into root S11 into sine of angle between those two lines, sine theta. But here tan theta by 2 value directly we know. So replace sine theta in terms of tan theta by 2 of S11 2 tan theta by 2 by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. After substituting tan theta by 2 here, we will get this formula. So what is this? Is the formula for formula for the area of the triangle formed by the pair of tangents and the chord of contact. And fifth point, based on this concept, so many statements are obtained. Fifth one, when joining these 2 points with the center, these are the radii, we will get one quadrilateral. So the area of the quadrilateral formed by pair of tangents and pair of radii. Area of the quadrilateral formed by pair of tangents and the pair of radii is, that is equals to, so here when joining these two you will get one triangle. So area of this triangle plus area of this triangle. This triangle area is half into, this is the root S11, half into base into height. This is the base, this is the height. Half into root S11 into R. And this triangle area also same, twice of this one. So 2 gets cancelled. What is that formula? R into root S11. This is the area of the quadrilateral formed by the pair of tangents and pair of radii. And one more point here. Suppose from P we can draw the 2 tangents. This is the chord of contact. Sometimes asking what is the equation of the circumcircle of the triangle PAB. If this is one triangle, then we will get one circumcircle of the triangle. So this circle is it is a very important concept. In previous advanced also some problems are given based on this concept. So the circumcircle of the triangle PAB is always passing through the center of this circle, center of the given circle, and for this circumcircle, this CP is the diameter, because so this is the circle, these are the tangents drawn from external point. So here A, these are the point of contacts, this is the center of the given circle, this is the radius, and the radii line and tangent line are always perpendicular. Then if we draw the circle passing through these 3 points, for this circle, here angle is 90 means CT becomes a diameter. Like that here also. Here we can draw the circle through the point P. Then here angle is 90 means this must be passing through the center of the given circle. So that what is the concept? The circumcircle of the triangle PAB always passing through the center of the circle, and for that circle what is CP? CP is the diameter. So that CP is the diameter of the circumcircle of the triangle PAB. Very important concept. What is the center means? Just I have to take the middle point. Or this point already you know, this is obtained from the circle equation. After that how to find the circle equation? So many ways. Find the center and the radius, that is one way. Or if you know extremities of the diameter, then direct formula is there. If x1 y1, x2 y2 are the extremities of the diameter, then what is the circle equation? X minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equal to 0. So this is called the equation of the circle in diametric form. Whenever if you know extremities of the diameter, we can use this formula. Or some based on this concept, one problem is there. Sometimes one shortcut formula, if x1, x2 are the roots of the quadratic equation, x square plus ax plus b equal to 0, and y1, y2 are the roots of the equation, y square plus px, py plus q equal to 0. So what is the statement here? x1, x2 are the roots of this quadratic equation, y1, y2 are the roots of this quadratic equation. Then what is the equation of the circle? Equation of the circle having x1, y1, x2, y2 are the extremities of the diameter. Extremities or ends of the diameter. Extremities of the diameter. So in this case, actual method, what is the actual method? First we have to write the circle having the ends of the diameter be x1, y1, x2, y2. What is that form? X minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2. This is the required circle. Or after expansion, x square minus x1 plus x2 into x plus x1 x2 plus y square minus y1 into y2 into y plus y1 y2. This is same as x square. What is x1 plus x2? Where x1, x2 are the roots of this equation. That means x1 plus x2 is the sum of the roots of this equation. What is the sum of the roots value here? Minus a. So it becomes plus ax. x1, x2 is the product of the roots, that is b, plus y square, and y1, y2 are the roots of this equation, is y1 plus y2 is the minus p, plus py, plus product of the roots here q. That means what is that required circle? X square plus y square plus ax plus py plus b plus q equal to 0. What is the observation here? If x1, x2 are the roots of this equation, y1, y2 are the roots of this equation, then what is the equation of the circle having the extremities of the diameter x1, y1, x2, y2 is obtained? Just adding these two equations, no need to done everything. Just what is the shortcut formula? Adding these two. When adding these two, what happened? X square plus y square plus ax plus py plus b plus q equal 0. That shortcut formula is, so two values are the roots of this equation, two are the roots of this equation. Then what is the circle having the x1, y1, x2, y2 are the ends of the diameter, means just adding these two equations. Suppose sometimes the question will be given like this. Here alpha x square, here beta y square. x1, x2 are the roots of this equation, y1, y2 are the roots of this equation. Then what is the circle whose extremities of the diameter are x1, y1, x2, y2 means? In this case, don't adding directly. Because of when adding these two, what happened? Alpha x square plus beta y square. X square, y square, different coefficients are there. So in that case, that not represents a circle. In this case, what is the short way? Just we can make the x square, y square coefficients are equal. After that adding. Equal means multiplying this equation with beta, this equation with alpha. After that adding these two equations, we will get a required circle. So you can remember this concept also. So this is also one of the point. The equation of the circumcircle of the triangle PAB is always passing through the center, and for that circle CP is the diameter. And one more point, director circle. Director circle means the locus of the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents. Suppose x square plus y square equal to r square is one circle, having the center is 0, 0. Then what is its director circle equation? What is meant by director circle? The locus of the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents. Now we have to take the infinitely many perpendicular tangents are arise. This is take one pair. These are the perpendicular. So the locus of this point, such type of intersecting point, so many are obtained. Or if you take the here perpendicular tangents, this is the intersecting point. These are the perpendicular. This is the intersecting point. If joining all these points, we'll get one circle. That circle is called the director circle of this one. So x square plus y square equal to r square is one circle. Then what is its director circle? That is x square plus y square equal to 2r square. So if it is the circle, then its direct circle equation is x square plus y square equal to, here we can multiply with 2. That means if the radius of the circle is r, then the radius of the director circle is root 2r. What is meant by director circle? The locus of the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents. All these are perpendicular. Then joining all these intersecting points will get circle. So director circle and given circle are concentric circles. I will get this formula. Suppose for finding that equation, take two perpendicular tangents. This locus is required, say x comma y. This is the radius of the circle. This is also radius of the circle. Then we want locus of the point x comma y. So we can find the one equation in terms of x and y. This is the diameter. What is this value? Root of r square plus r square, root 2r. So distance between these 2 points is root 2r. That means x square plus y square equal to 2r square. This is the locus of that point. So that x square plus y square equal to r square is the circle. Then its director circle is x square plus y square equal to 2r square. But in examination, not given find the direct circle like that. So the statement will be given like this. If it is a circle, then what is the locus of the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents? That is nothing but director circle. Suppose x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to r square be the circle. Then what is the director circle equation? X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to 2r square. This is the director circle. Sometimes the question will be given like this. Suppose two circles. One is x square plus y square equal to a square, and the second circle is x square plus y square equal to b square. Then what is the locus of the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents drawn to one to each of the circle? What is the meaning of that? We can draw the tangents. One tangent to the first circle, second tangent is the another circle. These two are perpendicular. That means you get like this. This is the tangent of the inside circle. This is the tangent of the outside circle. Then here perpendicular is there. So in this case, what is the locus of this point means? Directly that formula is x square plus y square equal to a square plus b square. What is this equation? It is the locus of the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents drawn one to each of the circle. One tangent to the first circle, one tangent to the second circle. Here I will get that one. This is the radius of the first circle. This is the radius of the second circle, that is b. We want this value x comma y. This is the origin. So here hypotenuse is the root of a square plus b square. Distance between these 2 points is x square plus y square equal to a square plus b square. Here 2 circles are appear. In the case of draw the tangents, perpendicular tangents to the one circle only. In that case, x square plus y square equal to 2r square. This is the director circle concept. Next, middle point of the chord. This concept also very important. When midpoint of the chord is given, x1 y1 is the midpoint of the chord, then I will get chord equation. Actually simple, no need to remember as a formula, or formula is direct. S1 is equal to S11. This is the formula for equation of the chord having the middle point is x1 comma y1. Whenever middle point we know, then chord equation is S1 equal to S11. Actually I will get that chord equation. Immediately you can draw the perpendicular line from center to that one. Always the perpendicular drawn from center to the chord always bisects the chord. That means passing through this point. So we will get this slope. then slope of this one is its perpendicular slope. Slope of this line is m, then this slope is 1 by m minus 1 by m. Point is there, point slope form, we will get that one. Or we can remember as a formula, S1 is equals to S11. That is the equation of the chord having the middle point x1 by 1. Sometimes based on the middle point some locus problems also there. What is the locus of the middle point of the chord which subtend an angle theta at the center? If you want locus of the middle point of the chord which subtend an angle theta at the center, that means you want to find this locus. That point is some x1 comma y1. This is r. This distance, you will get some distance, that is a d. Then this is theta, means total angle is theta, then this is theta by 2, theta by 2. So for finding the locus of this point, we can find one relation. Your angle is theta by 2, adjacent we know, hypotenuse we know. That's why applying cos. Cos theta by 2 equal to d by r. That means r cos theta by 2 is equals to, suppose the center is 0 comma 0, then what is the distance? Root of x1 square plus y1 square. Then what is the locus? X square plus y square equal to r square cos square theta by 2. This is the locus of the middle point of the chord which subtend theta angle at the center. So middle point concepts also very important. Next, length of the chord, like that length, we'll get the, if chord equation is given, then I will get length of the chord. First we have to find the perpendicular distance d. This is the radius. Then this value is root of r square minus d square. This is also root of r square minus d square. Then what is the length of the chord? 2 times root of r square minus d square. Whenever if you know chord equation, then length of the chord, the formula is 2 into root of r square minus d square, where r is the radius of the circle, d is perpendicular distance from center to the chord. If you know chord equation, then you will get this one. Sometimes length of the chord is asking when the extremities of the chord will be given in terms of parametric coordinates. P alpha and Q beta are 2 points on the chord, 2 points on the circle. Joining these two, we will get chord. Then what is the length of the chord? In this case, length of the chord is 2r into sine of alpha minus beta by 2 modulus. I will get this formula by taking the 2 points and distance. Actually, when the center is 0 comma 0, then what are the coordinates of this point? R cos alpha comma R sin alpha, where alpha is the parametric angle of the point P. This the coordinates of this point becomes R cos beta comma R sin beta. When applying the distance formula, we will get this one. So better to remember as a formula. If alpha beta are the 2 points on the circle, then what is the length of the chord joining those 2 points is 2r into sine of alpha minus beta by 2. Suppose if you know midpoint of the chord x1 y1, in this case length of the chord is length of the chord when the midpoint of the chord is given 2 root modulus of s11. I will get this one. Again same, this is the center, I have to find this one and r value. Then what is this length? This is a p. This length is cp square. R square minus cp square. This value is r square minus cp square. Cp square minus r square is always s11. R square minus cp square is minus s11. And twice of this, 2 times under root of cp square minus r square is this value d. Then what is the required length? Twice, 2 into root of minus s1. Why you will get minus sign here? Because of the point x1 y1 lies inside of the circle. In that case s11 becomes negative. So minus of s11 becomes positive. Or you can write 2 into root of mod s11 also. So here 3 formulas are there for finding the length of the chord. One is 2 into root of r square minus d square. Whenever you can use this formula, depending upon the data, you can choose the formula. When chord equation is given for finding the length of the chord, this is the direct formula. When chord endpoints are given in terms of angles, in this case, this is the length of the chord. When the middle point of the chord is given, then this is the length of the chord formula, 2 into root of mod S1. And after this, relative positions of two circles. So, two circles whose centers are C1 and C2 and the radii are R1 and R2. When two circles are given in the plane, so many cases are arise. One circle completely lies outside, two circles touch each other externally, two circles intersect, two circles touch each other internally, this is the touch each other externally, one circle completely lies inside. So these are the different cases. This is C1, C2. So when two circles, one circle completely lies neither touch nor intersect and one is lies outside of the other, what is the condition? The distance between the two centers C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. If this condition will be satisfied, then what is the nature of the two circles? One circle completely lies outside of the other. In this case, number of common tangents, 4 common tangents are exist. This is one common tangent, this is one common tangent, this is one tangent, this is one tangent. Totally 4 common tangents. These are called direct common tangents. These are called transverse common tangents. What is meant by direct common tangent? Direct common tangent means the centers lie same side of the common tangent. In that case, that common tangent is called a direct common tangent. So, when centers lie same side, then it is a direct common tangent. When the centers lies either side, then that is called a transverse common tangent. So, when in the case of direct common tangent, suppose L equal to 0 is the direct common tangent, then centers some x1, y1, x2, y2, then what is the condition? L11, L22 should be greater than 0. Because of those 2 points lie same side of the line. From straight lines concept, 2 points lie same side, L11 into L22 greater than 0. In this case, 2 points lies either side, then L11 into L22 less than 0. So that direct common tangents, these are called indirect common tangents also known as a transverse common tangent. So that if this condition be satisfied, then the number of common tangents is 4. So in previous years mains, so many times the questions are given based on this concept, number of common tangents. So 4 common tangents means what is the condition? C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Here 2 circles touch each other. Touch each other means C1, C2, this is same as R1 plus R2. So C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2. Here how many common tangents are exist? 3 common tangents are exist. 2 direct and 1 transverse. Here touching cases are very very important. When 2 circles touch each other externally, what is the condition? C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2. In this case, the number of common tangents are 3, 2 direct and 1 transverse common tangent. So here, in this case, one triangle is there. This is the triangle formed by the 2 direct common tangents and 1 transverse. Based on this concept also, one time the question is given in advanced. That is, what is the area, what is the triangle formed by the common tangents of the circles? 2 circles in this case. 2 circles touch each other. In this case, what is the nature of the triangle? I will get that idea. This is actually lengthy problem. For solving the problem, for finding the nature of this triangle, we can remember one shortcut. That is, the triangle is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle condition is ratio of the radii is 1:3 or 3:1. Whenever 2 circles whose radius ratio is either 1:3 or 3:1, then directly we can say that it is the triangle is equilateral triangle. Suppose that ratio is root 2 minus 1 is to root 2 plus 1, then the triangle is right angled isosceles triangle. Right angled isosceles triangle. In other cases, other than this, always the triangle is isosceles triangle because of these lengths are same. So that in other cases, always which type of triangle? Isosceles triangle. What is the condition? R1 is to R2 is any. Other than these two, R1 is to R2 values, whatever it may be, the triangle is isosceles. So better to remember these conditions. So this is actually, it occurs in the case of two circles touch each other externally. Sometimes this point also asking, point of contact. This point divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. By using internal division formula, we will get that point of contact. And in this case, when two circles intersect, then the condition is distance between the centers is less than R1 plus R2 but greater than R1 minus R2. If this complete condition is satisfied, then we can say that two circles intersect. In this case, number of common tangents only two. Both are direct common tangents. Transverse common tangents does not exist here. Like that, if two circles touch each other, here also touch each other case, but internally. This is center of first circle, center of second circle. Here condition C1, C2 is equals to R1 minus R2. Distance between the centers is equal to R1 minus R2. Then what is the position? Two circles touch each other internally. And it has only one common tangent, that is the direct common tangents, because both centers lie same side. And this is called the point of contact. I will get this point of contact that divides C1, C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. This divides, P divides C1, C2 means PC1 is to PC2. PC1 is R1, PC2 is R2. Externally, external division, because of point lies outside of the line segment joining C1 and C2, external division. And here one more is one circle completely lies inside of the other, then the condition is C1, C2 is less than R1 minus R2. If here no common tangent, common tangent does not exist. If two circles are like this, then C1, C2 equal to 0. Concentric circles. Same centers means the distance is 0. So based on this one, the question will be given like that. When two circles are given, how many common tangents are exist? Then immediately have to verify the conditions. Find C1, C2, R1, R2. Then we can check one by one. C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, 4 common tangents. C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2, touch each other, 3 common tangents. C1, C2 is equal to R1 minus R2, touch each other, but internally 1 common tangent. Intersect, 2 common tangents, like that. So this part is also very, very important. Relative positions of two circles. Sometimes asking length of the direct common tangents. So this is the direct common tangents. What is the length? This is the point of contact. Here one point of contact. Then AB is called the length of the direct common tangents. Don't measure this total length. This length is called the length of the direct common tangents. The length of the direct common tangents formula is, suppose this center is C1, radius is R1. This center is C2, radius is R2. Then the length of the direct common tangents is under root. This distance is d square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Length of the direct common tangents is root of d square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. I will get this length. AB value is required. So first we can draw the perpendicular from B to the this side parallel to the C1, C2. That means this is also D. this is R2 means this is also R2, then this part becomes R1 minus R2. So clearly here one right angle triangle, this is a right angle triangle, AB is required, hypotenuse is D, one side is R1 minus R2. Then what is this length? Root of hypotenuse square minus this square, D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Like that, length of the transverse common tangent, that is under root D square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Transverse common tangent length, this is the transverse common tangent. Then AB is called the length of the transverse common tangent. So here, this is the line joining the centers. Here we can draw the extension this one and draw the perpendicular, we will get that length also. Same way we can do that one. So length of the direct common tangent, length of the transverse common tangent. Among these two, this is the largest one. Because here d square minus R1 minus R2 whole square, you can subtracting some least value compared to this one, d square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Length of the transverse common tangent. And this point is called the point of intersection of the direct common tangents is called external center of similitude. External center of similitude, that is P. I will get the coordinates of P. So P divides C1 C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 externally. Actually here two triangles are there. PC1A and other one is a PC2B. These are the right angle triangles. This is the common side, the angle is same. Then these are similar triangles. Then their corresponding sides are proportional. PC1 by PC2 is equals to R1 by R2. That means what is the meaning of this? P divides C1 C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2. But is it internally or externally? Because of P point is there outside of the line segment C1 C2. That's why we can use the external division. So external center of similitude is obtained by using the external division formula. Ratio is R1 is to R2, points are C1 and C2. Like that, the point of intersection of the transverse common tangents is called internal center of similitude. Internal center of similitude. That point divides C1 C2 in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. R1 is to R2 internally. Sometimes what is the direct common tangents equation? How to find the direct common tangents? First we have to find this point. After getting the point, I will get this tangent. Immediately you can take the slope form. Y plus f is equal to m into x plus g plus r minus r plus r minus r into root of 1 plus n square. Suppose this point is some x1 y1. Substituting g value, f value, r value from any one of the circle. Don't take f value from this circle and g value from this and r value from 1 or 2. That is wrong. For writing the g value, f value, r value, you can use any one circle, either first or second, or better to take the easiest circle. If numerical values are, simple values are there, we can select that circle. And x1, y1 substituting here, finally we will get a quadratic equation in M. After solving, we will get m values, then substituting. So this is the method to find the direct common tangents. Similarly, transverse common tangents means first we have to find this point, internal center of similitude. After that, same process. Next, angle between the two circles. If two circles are intersecting, then the angle between the two curves, actually angle between the two curves is nothing but angle between their tangents. So this is C1, this is C2, and this is the R1. This is the radius of the second circle is R2. This is the tangent of the first, tangent of the second. Then this angle, for finding the angle between two tangents, one direct formula is there. Cos theta equal to d square minus r1 square minus r2 square by 2r1 r2. This is the formula for finding the angle between the tangents, where b is the distance between the centers c1 c2. r1 is the radius of the first circle, r2 is the radius of the second. Suppose if the circles are orthogonal, already we know method to find the angle between two curves by using the derivatives. We know formula tan theta equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. But in the case of circles, no need to use the derivatives. Direct formula is cos theta equal to d square, distance between centers whole square, minus r1 square minus r2 square by 2r1 r2, where d is the distance between the centers. Suppose the circles are orthogonal. What is meant by orthogonal? Those circles are intersecting at a right angle. Theta is equal to 90. Then what is the direct condition? Theta 90 means it will be 0. By cross multiplication 0, then we will get d square is equal to r1 square plus r2 square. Distance between holes, centers square equal to sum of the squares of the radii. This is the angle between the two circles and the orthogonality condition. Suppose these are the two circles, and this is the common chord. This is the chord of the both circles called common chord. Then I will get length of the common chord. So here actually when circular and chord is given, already we know process to find the chord. What is the length of the chord? 2 into root of r square minus d square. Actually when two circles are given, then directly length of the chord equation, common chord equation is this one. S minus S dash equal to 0. S is equal to 0, S dash equal to 0 are two circles. Then what is the equation of the common chord? S minus S dash equal to 0. After getting the chord equation, I will get this length by using this formula, 2 into root of r square minus d square, where d is the perpendicular distance from center to the any one circle we can use. For applying this formula, we can use any one circle, don't use both circles. R is the radius of this circle, d is the distance from center to that line. After that we will get a chord. So when two intersecting circles are given, how to find the length of the common chord means, first you have to find the equation of the common chord. What is the formula for equation of the common chord? S minus S dash equal to 0. After getting the chord equation, then the length formula is 2 into root of r square minus d square. So sometimes the length of the common chord will be asking in terms of angle between the circles. Suppose angle between the circles is theta and r1 and r2 are the radii. In this case, length of the common chord formula is, this is r1, r2. So this is the chord. We want length of this chord in terms of theta, r1, r2. So for that, first we can write the area of the triangle in terms of sides and angle. Already we know formula of into r1 r2 sin theta. This is the area of the triangle. Now we can write same triangle area in terms of the base and height. Our aim is find this total length. Let us take this is h. Then what is the formula? Of into base c1 c2 into height is h. From this, what is h value? H is equals to r1 r2 sin theta by c1 c2. But total length is 2h. So required is equal to 2h. What is that one? 2r1 r2 sin theta by c1 c2 is nothing but d. But centers we don't know. Here only the data containing theta and the r1 r2. Then what is the d value? From angle formula, cos theta is equals to d square minus r1 square minus r2 square by 2r1 r2. Then what is the d square value or d value? Under root 2r1 r2 cos theta plus r1 square plus r2 square. This is the d. So finally 2r1 r2 sin theta by under root r1 square plus r2 square plus 2r1 r2 cos theta. So this is a formula for length of the chord. Length of the common chord. Length of the common chord when radii and angle between the circles are given. Suppose these two circles cut each other orthogonally. When circles are orthogonal, in that case, what is the length of the common chord? Length of the common chord is what is the theta value here? Theta is 90. When theta is 90, then we'll get simplified form 2 r1 r2 by r1 square plus r2 square. It will be 0. Theta 90. So this is also one of the useful formula. Length of the common chord when the circles are orthogonal. The circles are perpendicular to each other. And last one is the system of circles. Suppose this is also one of the important concepts. Suppose S equal to 0 is the circle and L equal to 0 is the line. If the line cuts the circle at 2 points, then what is the equation of the circle passing through these 2 points? So if 2 points are given, then how many circles are passing through 2 points? Infinitely many circles are obtained. This is the circle, this is the circle, all these are the circles. Infinitely many. These are called system of circles. So that the equation of the system of the circles passing through the point of intersection of S equal to 0 and L equal to 0 can be taken as S plus lambda L equal to 0. This is the L. So many circles are obtained. This is one circle, this is one circle. If you want lambda value, some other condition will be required. Actually, it represents not only single circle, infinitely many circles are passing. So sometimes what is the equation of the circle passing through point of intersection of this one, also passing through some 0, 0. So when this condition is given, means substituting here we will get lambda value. Like that, if two circles are intersect, then the number of the circles passing through point of intersection of these two means that form is, it is S equal to 0, it is S dash equal to 0, then S plus lambda S dash equal to 0. This is the circle passing through point of intersection of two circles. Or we can write like this also, S plus lambda into A and B are the actually point of intersection of the two circles. If joining these two will get chord there, then the required circle is passing through point of intersection of circle and line also. So you can write here line equation, S plus lambda L equal to 0, like this. But here I will get L, equation of L, that is S minus S dash equal to 0, common chord, S minus S dash equal to 0. Sometimes one circle is given and this is the this is the line passing through the point some P. Then the equation of the circle touching this line at the point P. How many circles are obtained? Infinitely many circles. What is the nature of these circles? By observation, all these circles are passing through point of intersection of point circle and line L. Here same concept here, but line is the chord, cuts the circle at 2 points. Here the line cuts the point circle. Our aim is find these circles. These are the circles passing through the point P and S equal and line. In this case also direct the same formula, S plus lambda L equal to 0. S plus lambda L equal to 0 represents all these circles. But how you get S here? S is nothing but point circle here. S is the point circle. What is the equation of the point circle? X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square plus lambda into some line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So it represents so many circles. Suppose if you want one circle, some condition will be required, passing through point or radius is something like that. For finding the lambda value, some other condition will be required. So this concept is, don't forget this one. This is the point, this is the line. Then circles touching the line at this point means we can take like this. So that these are the some points. Like that, from external point P, we can draw the secant line which meets the circle at A and B. It is the tangent. Then what is the result? P into PB is equal to PT square. Length of the tangent whole square. This is also one of the useful formula. P into PB is also known as the power of the point also. Power of the point. Suppose this is the origin, means the circle at A and B. And again we can take one more secant line, means the circle at C and D. Then OA into OB is equal to PT square. OC into OD is also PT square. That means OA into OB is equal to OC into OD. Product of these two lengths is equal to product of these two lengths. That is also one of the useful relation. Sometimes if the circle is given, this is the circumcircle of the triangle, some triangle ABC, and the ortho center is some H. Then that one of the geometrical relation is the image of the ortho center with respect to any side of the triangle lies on the circumcircle. The image of the ortho center with respect to the side always lies on the side circle. This image is a point on the circle with respect to any side. So that here so many concepts. Actually, these are the some main concepts, and here actually conjugate points, conjugate lines, inverse points concept not there, and the circle can be defined as like this also. That A and B are 2 points, then the locus of the point P such that PA by PB is equals to some constant. Then the locus of the P is depending upon the n value. If n is equal to 1, then what happened here? PA is equal to PB. So PA is equal to PB means what is the locus? Locus of P is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Actually here A and B are 2 fixed points. Then find the locus of P such that PA by PB equal to n. If n value is 1, then PA is equal to PB. So PA equal to PB means so many points are exist. Here a point, here equidistance. This point also equidistance from A and B. This point also equidistance. Joining all these points, you will get one line. This is the locus. Clearly, this locus is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Suppose n is not equal to 1. N is not equal to 1, then the locus of P is always a circle. Locus of P is a circle. And for that circle, what are the A and B? A and B are, those are 2 points here, 2 points in the plane. That is depending upon the, always the locus is the circle only. If you want nature of the locus, directly we can write the answer is circle. But for that circle, position of A and B means, that is depending upon the n value. Suppose n value is greater than 1. N not equal to 1 means either greater than 1 or n value is lies between 0 to 1. If n value is greater than 1, what happened? PA is greater than PB. PA is greater than PB means the point, the distance of the point from A is always greater than the distance of the point P from B. That means P is nearer to the B. So always suppose it is the midpoint, then point P moves like here only, moving like this. If you take point anywhere, this condition will be satisfied. That means the point B lies inside of the circle. So when PA is greater than PB, what is the position of B? B is the point lies inside of B. And for this circle, A and B are the inverse points or conjugate points. And these are the extremities of the diameter. some P and Q are the extremities of the diameter. What is the given condition here? PA by PB is equal to N. This ratio is N is to 1. Whatever it may be, N value greater than 1 or less than 1. So PA by PB equal to N, N is not equal to 1. What is the locus? Locus is the circle. Suppose N greater than 1, then circle is obtained here. In this case, the point B lies inside of the circle, and these are the extremities. This point is obtained. This divides AB in what ratio? N is to 1. This point divides AB in what ratio? N is to 1 externally. So that for this, in this case, what are the A and B points? Those are the conjugate points or inverse points. And how will get circle equation means we have to find the extremities of the diameter. I will get extremities of the diameter. Those extremities divides AB in the ratio N is to 1, because of here N is given means N by 1. So P divides AB in the ratio N is to 1 means P divides AB in the ratio N is to 1. One end is internally, other end divides externally. P must be moving here. When P point moving here, then always satisfying this condition. Suppose N value is less than 1, that means PA is less than PB. In this case, the circle is formed here. Here B lies outside. In this case also, I will get the extremities of the diameter that divides AB in the ratio N is to 1. But here, what is the difference? These extremities of the diameter are obtained, which divides AB in the ratio N is to 1, okay. Sometimes asking the position of B, position of A. Position of B lies inside of the circle when N is greater than 1. When N is less than 1, circle is formed here. In this case, A lies inside of the circle. So this is also one of the condition. PA by PB equal to N. When N is equal to 1, perpendicular bisector. When N is not equal to 1, circle. Again two cases, N greater than 1, N less than 1. Actually, a similar concept is there in complex numbers also. Geometry with complex numbers, there you will get all these things. So that these are the some points in circles chapter. So if you are thorough in the concepts, formulas like that, then you are able to solve any problem in the circles.